Okay, and Kirk and Coach Malzahn are headed over to the interview room now. We are logging on the record button. If we haven't got to anybody, we're trying to get down through the whole list. Okay. Hello, Kirk. Can you hear okay? Coach, we're ready whenever you are. Kirk, his microphone is muted. Thank you.
Ready?
Yes, sir.
Everybody ready? Okay, first of all, give Georgia credit. Very good football team. They won the line of scrimmage. We really got whipped on all three phases. We got out coached. You look at first downs. They averaged 7 yards. I think we had 2 third downs. Once again, I mean, we had trouble getting off the field. And the big stat to me, our rushing yards. We only rushed for 39 yards, and then we got in a situation, we got behind and had to throw it a lot and had trouble protecting. But give them credit. Our guys competed in the second half, but we didn't get it done. This will be a learning experience for our team. I will say this: we will continue to get better. We'll learn from this. We got 8 SEC games left. I think we have the potential to have a lot of improvement, and we will improve. But I just told our team that it is what it is. They give them credit. They got after us. We didn't play good. They played good. We got to learn from it, and we got to do a better job next week, and that's what we'll do. Questions?
First question is from Justin Ferguson.
Hey, Gus, you guys were able to win in the second half last week because you were the better team at the line of scrimmage. But why was it so different tonight? Was it more of Georgia, or was it for you guys?
Well, I mean, you got to give them credit. I mean, they got after us up front. I mean, they averaged 7 yards on first down, and we averaged 2. And like I said, the rushing yards. I mean, we got to do a better job in that area too. So, that was part of the reason.
Next question is from Jordan Hill.
Gus, it seemed like early they were able to get their quarterback kind of settled, and you guys weren't able to quite get after him sort of early in that game. How much do you think that helped him sort of get settled with it being his first start?
Yeah, I mean, I thought he played well. I mean, they had the running game going, and anytime you get the running game going, the play action, and we had trouble getting pressure on him. And he did a good job directing his offense and throwing the ball down the field.
Question from Mark Murphy.
I guess, what was Georgia doing that was making it so difficult to run tonight for you guys?
They're stout up front. I mean, I'll have to look at the film to see exactly, but they were stout up front, and early on we weren't getting push. But we'll need to look at that, and we'll do better. But you got to give them credit. I mean, they're a really good defense. They got a lot of veteran guys, and we had trouble moving them at times.
Question from Jason Caldwell.
Gus, I know it didn't work out in terms of points a whole lot, but did you think you saw a little bit more rhythm in the offense in the second half when they started going a little bit more up tempo and getting into kind of a 2-minute situation?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, obviously we'd like to punch it in, but we did get some rhythm going at times, and it was better. But still, I think at the end of the day, we got to run the football better than we did. I mean, you play a good team, they make you one-dimensional. And that's kind of what I talked about before the game, that, we're going to have to be good running the football and passing the football against a defense like that. And they made us one-dimensional. And, our guys competed in the second half. I mean, they fought. I'm proud of that. But we got to do better, and we will.
Question from Jeff Sentel.
Gus, I think you said it earlier, this is a line of scrimmage league. I wonder what's the bigger eye-opener from you for your plan, how Georgia gassed you run game offensively, or how they constantly had Bo under duress tonight?
Yeah, they're a veteran group, and we're not very veteran. We learned a lot, and like I told our guys, we're going to learn a lot from this game, and we'll use that moving forward. But we had mostly new starters offensive line, and they got tested tonight, and then we got a lot of new starters on the defensive line. They got tested tonight, but we'll grow from it. And but I think when that happens, you got to give the other opponent credit, and that's what they did.
Question from Josh Vitale.
Hey Gus, I know the losing streak in Athens goes back before your tenure, way before most of these players were here. But how frustrating is it when you look at the history and see that this team hasn't won at its rival stadium in 15 years now?
Yeah, of course, I was just thinking about this year, and just feeling, disappointed that we didn't do a better job, against them. But like I said, they're a good team, and we'll learn from it.
Question from Steve Moulton.
Yes, Coach. What was your message to the guys after the game?
Well, I think sometimes you just got to man up, and you got to see it like it was. And like I said in my opening statement, I mean, they got after us. They got it after us in all three phases. And, they out-coached us. It's a team loss, but it's also we've got a young, inexperienced team that can grow, and we will grow. And they competed. I just said that, hey, that this is adversity. We've got 8 more SEC games. It's going to be a grind. Our team has potential to improve greatly, and we will. And just keep your head up and take it like it is. And they got the best of us, but we're still capable of being a good team, and I really believe we will be, moving forward.
Follow-up from Jordan Hill.
Gus, didn't see Worm or Eli. Just any word on their status?
Worm, he got hurt in last week's game, and he really didn't practice much, and we tried him in pregame. He wasn't ready to go, and Eli got knocked out of the game, I think, early on. Wasn't able to return. So hopefully we'll get those guys back. Obviously, those two of our, top guys on offense.
Follow-up from Justin Ferguson.
Gus, just what was your initial reaction from the way Bo handled it tonight? It looked like he was under pressure on pretty much every play.
Well, like I said, especially in the second half, when we had to throw the football and we were behind, they got good pass rushers. And even if you got veteran guys up front, it's tough. But he competed. He fought. You saw him making plays and moving around. And, the thing about our offensive line, they'll learn from this experience and they'll improve. There's some competitors, and they'll bounce back.
Time for 2 more. One from Jason Caldwell.
Speaking of the offensive line, you guys rotated again a lot tonight. Do you expect to start to try to find 5 guys now and let those guys settle in?
I think that's a good point. We got 7 guys, and we're rotating, and we need to kind of get that narrowed down, and this will be really good information for us to do that. Because when you play against a quality front, you can really learn a lot. So hopefully we'll be able to do that.
Gus, and just about a Tank, if you could, just what'd you see out of him tonight?
Well, Tank's a competitor. He's still learning, but he's a true competitor, and he's got some playmaking ability. And so I think it was good the last 2 weeks that he's got some game experience that'll help him moving forward.
Thanks.
The last question comes from Brian Matthews.
Yeah, Jason kind of got mine on Tank there, Gus. But just to go back, 0-4 at Athens. Anything that they're doing better when you play them here? What makes it so tough for you guys to compete against?
Well, you know, I'm just as a coach, I'm just thinking about what happened, you know, recently. And we just, like I said, they got after us, and they were the better team, and you know, they got out early on us, and we had some bad field position, and they scored, and you know, we got behind. It's tough to get behind a team like this defensively, and that's what we did, and they made us one-dimensional.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
We'll have a few players coming on shortly.
Hey, Jason. Jason, Phillip, on Zoom. Who's the brilliant person that picked Iowa State to beat Oklahoma?
Did you pick that one?
Mm-hmm. I missed a whole bunch of them today, though.
Yeah, I think everybody did. I think everybody saw Arkansas beat Mississippi State. You know,
Man, it just shows what an unbelievable bad job Bo Pelini did in that game last week. I mean, Arkansas just played zone defense the whole game. That's what they did.
Yeah.
That'll be a tough game next week. So,
I'll be tough now.
yeah, I mean, that's – Kentucky loses on a missed extra point.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess when you look at that game as a whole tonight, it's a lot like a lot of other Auburn games at Sanford Stadium. Can't score. Are they bringing 2 players in? That's not what I heard. I think that's what Shelley said.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm trying to have, but we're going to try and have Bo Nix, KJ Britt, and Jamian Sherwood.
All right.
Thank you, Shelley.
My friend.
All right, Shelley.
Okay, Bo, can you hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay. Questions for Bo? Start with Justin Ferguson.
Hey, Bo. Looked like there was a lot of frustration out there, especially with the amount of time you were getting to set to throw. I mean, did you feel like you were just kind of running for your life out there a lot tonight?
No, I thought overall the game was very fast, and I thought they did a really good job of, having a great plan for us, and they're a really good defense, and we knew they were going to bring some pressure. And part of that's on me. I didn't slide the right way, didn't get it protected, and then I just got to get the ball out when the guys were running open.
Next is Jason Caldwell.
Well, how tough was it to really find yourself in a hole and have to kind of abandon the run game there and just kind of throw it? How tough did that make it tonight?
Well, anytime you find yourself down 21 points, really that quickly in the game is not a good way to start. And we just tried to come out in the second half and throw all our bullets at them and throw the ball around a little bit. And we had some successful drives, and then we just stalled.
Ryan Matthews with the question.
Yeah, Bo, thank you for speaking to us on what was a tough night for you guys. How tough is it to really do anything on offense, to execute when, you sort of, Gus talked about y'all getting beat up at the line of scrimmage pretty good. How tough does that make your execution? Yes, sir, no problem. I appreciate it. But, it's tough. Georgia was a really good team, and we knew they were going to be a good team coming in. We knew we were going to have to play really good, and they played about just as good as they could play, and we played about as worse as we could play, and it showed on the field. And, we just got beat, and that's really all you can say about it. Thank you.
Question from Jeff Sentel.
Bo, again, man, thanks for your time. I think Coach Malzahn gave a lot of credit to the opponent tonight. I'm interested in your context tonight. That was a good unit last year, Georgia, and then you faced them this week with a good plan. How is this unit better? I know they're older, a lot of guys back. How is this unit better than the one you attacked last year?
I just think – I think that's what it is. I think they all had a bunch of returners, and they all had a year under their belt. And so if you give, a good team, good players a year to kind of continue to develop, they're just going to be better than what they were last year. And I thought
I mean, they had a really good plan for us. They came and they played hard, and that's all that was really a difference in the game. And they just played harder than we did, and it showed.
Thank you.
Steve Moulton.
Hey, Bo, appreciate the time. And it felt like, especially when you were trying to get your rhythm out there was some critical drops at times at which that it felt like the offense could have kicked it into another gear. So I'm wondering if I could get a thought of that, of critical drops at critical times tonight.
Well, I made some pitiful throws and some missed a bunch of guys out there tonight, and I'm never going to blame a receiver. I thought they were doing the best they could, and they were going up and getting it. Seth had 2 close ones. That were bang plays at any other time that he makes, and I'm never going to pin it on him. And drops are part of the game, and I missed more throws than they had drops, so that's unacceptable from my part.
Where do you think you guys need to improve the most moving forward?
Just at quarterback play, I think he needs to do a better job kind of moving the offense, being a better leader, and completing passes when they're there.
Question from Jeff Shear.
J.J. Pegues gave you a spark there in short yardage. What did you see from him in the Wildcat?
Yeah, he's a great young talent and a really good player, really athletic, really big, strong, physical guy. And, he can do it all. He runs down on kickoff. He protects for a kickoff return. So the guy can do it all, and he's a good weapon for us.
Follow-up from Jason Caldwell.
Oh, you know how tough it is to play as a freshman. What did you see out of Tank and kind of what he delivered and brought for you guys tonight?
That was the best part of the night, I think, just watching him play. And, that guy's a fighter. I've never seen really anything like it. He just competed his butt off. And, he was a spark there when we needed one, and he kept us ahead. He made some huge plays there over and over and over, and he's the one that kind of kept us rolling. And so really pleased with what we saw out of him. Now we just got to get everybody playing like Tank.
We have time for 1 or 2 more. If anybody has one, post in the chat. Guess that's it, Bo. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you all. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Bo.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate you.
We should have KJ Britt and Jamie and Sherwood coming shortly. if you want to go ahead and put them in the chat. Hi, Jamie, can you hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am, I can. Can you hear me?
I hear you very well.
Okay.
We'll go ahead and get started. And the first question is from Jordan Hill.
Jamie, how hard was that to not have Jalen and then early in that game to lose Smoke and kind of the pressure put on the rest of you guys?
Just coming here, we already knew we were short on corner, so it was next man up at that point. If we needed to, we could have made the adjustments that we would have needed to. But then, like you said, fourth player, something Smoke going down, that's my right-hand man. When he's on the field, I know exactly what's going on. We're clicking left and right. Everybody's clicking. So just to lose him so quick, and we already came here short, like down one, Simp really left his mark coming in through fall camp. So to let him go down, that was a huge hurt. But, it's always next man up. Everybody's ready to play whenever the numbers call. But, yeah, losing Smoke, that really was a big factor tonight.
Next question is from Gianna Hahn.
Hi. So at halftime, what type of adjustments did you guys try to make? And then how did Georgia counter that?
Necessarily, first half, they hit us on some pass concepts. So our halftime adjustment was just like working on those pass concepts. And then I'll say that we played the pass pretty good when they threw the ball. There was a couple, they hit like a few of them. That's what they're just going to do. But I just say they just did a good job running the ball. They just played a great game at that point.
Question from Mark Murphy.
Yeah, Jamie, how do you guys bounce back from a game like this? You got physically dominated.
It's one game at a time. We just played that game, so it's on to the next. Arkansas, they've been looking like a pretty good team these past two games. I saw tonight they played well. So, we're going to get ready for them tomorrow, and we're just going to play Auburn football. We're going to play to the standard on Saturday, and it's just next game, one game at a time.
Thanks.
Question from Jeff Santel.
Hey, sir. Thanks for meeting with us tonight. I have a question about Stetson Bennett. I wonder what your thoughts were about the Georgia quarterback coming in, and then after you've played and competing against him, what are your thoughts about Stetson coming out of this game?
Before coming into the game, we didn't know too much about him. He played a good game versus Arkansas. He had some good plays. So, we really didn't know too much. So we were just going to respect him, and we were just going to have to play football against him. After, I heard he was a former walk-on at some point. To be a walk-on and to play in the SEC and make plays like that, I congratulate him. He played a great game tonight, and good luck to him the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Question from Steve Moulton.
Yes. How big of a factor was the crowd tonight? Even though it was fewer, it sounded like it was pretty loud there tonight.
To be honest, when I'm on the field, I really tune out the outside noise. So, if the crowd was loud or, them, putting in extra noise effect, I don't think it affected me. I don't think it affected our defense at all. They tried to hard count us a few times. We didn't jump off sides. So, I don't think the noise was a big effect in the game.
Thank you.
Question from Mark Murphy.
Yeah, Jamie, what did Coach Malzahn tell you guys after the game?
He just told us pick our heads up, keep fighting. One of the halftime adjustments basically was to keep fighting. So, coming into halftime, I think it was 24-0 maybe. And at the end of the game, it was 27-6. So we just kept fighting as a defense, kept fighting on offense, and that's all his message was. Keep playing. Next week we got Arkansas, and just finish the season off strong.
Thanks.
And the last question for J-Man will be from Gianna Hahn.
What did you see out of the defensive line tonight?
Defensive line, I saw a lot of effort. I saw guys keep pushing to the end. They're big guys, so like going through games like that, they could get tired. But I saw my boys fighting to the end. The game didn't go the way we wanted, but to blame no one. It's a team effort. But I thought they looked good tonight. I thought they kept fighting. They made plays. A lot of them made plays, big time plays when we needed them. And I love them. I think they did great.
Thank you, J-Man.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. And KJ Britt will slide right in here. There he is. KJ, can you hear okay?
Good, man.
Okay. Who has the questions for KJ? Please put them in the chat. We'll start with Steve Moulton.
KJ, let's start with how you feeling? How you doing?
I'm good. Just had a few nicks and bruises. I've been fighting this hand for all week. But I'm fine. My shoulder just kept going on, but it's fine.
How difficult, from what you saw on film last week against Arkansas, tell me what you saw out there tonight against Georgia's offense.
They did a good job.
Question from Jordan Hill.
AJ, how frustrating is that on defense, the way they ran the ball? They were able to pile up a lot of yards and just to extend a lot of those drives like they did.
Real frustrating. We feel how it looked.
Question from Mark Murphy.
As one of the team captains, what's going to be your job this week to get ready for Arkansas?
Just to make sure that guys are ready to play. It's all said and done now. Can't let this loss create another loss. So just make sure guys are ready to play. On to the next one.
Were you guys ready to play tonight, you think?
Yeah. SEC ball, bro.
Thanks.
Jeff Santel.
Hey, Jay, sir, thanks for taking some time.
I can't hear you, bro.
I know
Jeff,
it's a man up league.
Jeff, you went mute. Start again.
Yeah, KJ, I know it's a next man up league, but can you just describe what it meant to lose Smoke so early in the game and your unit and what he brought to you guys?
Big deal. You hate to say it, but you hate to see it. You just hate to see it, but I wish we really could have played with him. The energy and the confidence that he brings to defense is really something that we feed off of, and just not having him out there tonight really showed us what we really was missing. But just next man up, just got to keep playing. But we hated it. It was unfortunate.
Don't see anything else in the chat. Does anybody have one more question for KJ? No. Thank you very much, Mr. Britt.
KJ, thank you for speaking to us.
And you guys, that'll wrap up our Zoom for tonight. Thanks very much.
Hey, thank you, Kirk, and thank you. Really
Thank
appreciate
you.
everything. Y'all did a great job.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.